YouTube! Today in the Naughty Librarian we are doing the makeup book tag. Lately I've been seeing this tag kind of make its rounds and I thought this sounded fun. Everyone does their makeup a little differently, so I thought it might be kind of fun to show you guys how I do my camera ready makeup. Alright. Good to go. Number 1, primer. Pick a book that left a lasting impression. For this one, I'm gonna go with Dark Meads at Night's Edge by Kresley Cole because this is the first romance novel I ever read. So I feel like it definitely left a lasting impression considering I have read so many romance novels since this, mainly because I like this so much. So lasting impression forever. I don't really use primer, but I do use sunblock because it's very important. And this is my favorite sunblock. It's Kiss My Face SPF 30. You can get it on Amazon or at Whole Foods. Those are mainly the places I see it, but I assume they sell it other places too. So, let's go. I just put on like a general good coat. And it's weird because when you pull it out of the tube, it looks like super white and you think it's not gonna blend in well. And like it totally blends in super well and it's super hydrating. So I've used it for years and people ask me, hey Amanda, why do you have nice skin? Sunblock, every day. Number 2, foundation, your favorite first book of a series. For this one, I'm going to go with Illuminae by J. Kristoff and Amy Kaufman because it blew my mind. It's like completely different than everything else I've ever read. I still just think about it from time to time for no reason. I'm just doing other things and I just think about how good this book was. So I just use regular old Neutrogena Skin Clear, Micro Clear, because I feel like it has less oil in it because I just put like a bunch of moisturizer on my face. And I use number 30, which is buff. So I have a buff face. I just put it on like crazy person. Then I take my beauty blender and I blend this all together. And side note, this is damp because I feel like it adds moisture, which is important. So that's just something I do. I get my beauty blender damp before I use it, so. Gonna blend. Number 3, concealer. Pick a character you wish you could get rid of. I am going to go with Martin from Simon versus the Homo Sapiens Agenda because, like he just bothered me so much. Like I wanted to beat the snot out of him. Like literally, I wanted to beat him about the face until snot came out uncontrollably. Like, oh, he deserved like just to get punched in the wiener one time. Like, he just deserved it. So I would get rid of Martin if I could get rid of a character. For concealer, I use Maybelline Fit Me in 15, which is fair, because I kind of use my concealer as a highlight a little bit. I don't really do a lot of contouring, but I do highlighting. Anyway, because I have dark circles, because who sleeps really? I put it all about there. Then I take my blender and I blend it again with the pointy part. Side note, I always use my concealer on my eyelid because I feel like it brightens up the eye area and makes your eyes like look more awake. So I always put a little bit of makeup through to my eyelid. And also like concealer kind of acts like an unofficial like eyeshadow primer, but that's just my opinion. It kind of works. It's not as good as eyeshadow primer, but like it gives it something to stick to. I always do my under eye area last because as the drag queens say, this gotta cook for a minute. So basically cooking is when you leave your makeup on and you just let it sit so it it cooks. It like seeps in more. So like when you blend it, it's already more saturated. So that's only the last part I do because I've let it cook for like a minute. And you just blend it out so I look like I sleep at night. Number 4, powder. Pick your favorite last book of a series. I picked Last Sacrifice by Rochelle Mead. This is book 6 in the Vampire Academy series, and I liked it a lot. It's also very long. It's a very thick book. Oh my gosh, how many pages was this? Ooh, this is 588 pages. This is a long last book. I really liked it. I thought it was good. It was action-packed, and it ended how I wanted it to end. So I don't know, I liked it a lot. So powder, I have my powder brush, which I should have washed before I did this video, but I'm just a garbage person, I guess. For powder, I use CoverGirl Clean, and this is 525, which is buff beige. So again, another buff color. I like it. It's kind of light, and again, it's part of the Clean line, so I guess it's for acne-prone skin. And I don't have acne-prone skin, but maybe because I use these products, I don't. I don't know. I just feel like they just have less oil in them, so like it helps my face not be like an oil slick by the end of the day. So for what it's worth, I think they're less oily, so I like them. And I don't know what brand brush this is actually. I got it from Target. It was like in their dollar bins one day, and I'm like, oh, that's a dope brush, and I got it. And they're super soft, and they're vegan because they're not real. I mean, for $1, they're obviously not going to be real animal hair. So that works for me because I'm a hippy-dippy vegetarian. Now, I do my makeup in a different order than the tag is set up in, so I'm just gonna skip around a bit now. Number 5, blush. Pick a book with a cringe-worthy romance. Ooh, I am going with Bared to You by Sylvia Day. Gideon and Eva are just stupid about each other. Like, she is insanely jealous, and he is a creepy stalker, so maybe they're perfect together. I don't know, but their whole relationship is them just like arguing about crazy things, and it's just like, maybe you guys are perfect for each other because you're nuts. So I'm getting into my fancy makeup actually, because for blush, I use NARS in Orgasm, and my boyfriend bought this for me for Christmas, and he went into Sephora, and he didn't know how to find it, so someone's like, you look lost, like, can I help you? And he's like, looking for this blush. It's called Orgasm. Like, he was so embarrassed. Bless his heart, he's a sweet guy. He bought me my Orgasm blush. So I just like put it on the rounder part of my cheeks in an upward motion. I feel like it just looks good. I don't know if that's like a thing or not, but that's how I like to do it. And this brush is another one of those brushes I just got from Target dollar bins, but it's like a dope brush. Like, look how nice it is. It's fancy, soft. I like them a lot. Target, like, kind of killing it on their cheap brushes. Number 6, highlighter. Pick a book that brightened your day. The Upside of Unrequited by Becky Albertalli. I loved it so much. I would go so far as to say I love it more than Simon versus the Homo sapiens agenda. There, I said it. I loved it. When I finished this book, I literally hugged it because it meant that much to me. I loved it so much. It just makes me happy, so it brightens my day. Yay, more fancy makeup. I have my MAC highlighter in Double Gleam. This is another one my boyfriend bought for me because he's a nice guy. And he searched for it forever because it was actually a limited edition color. And he went to so many MAC stores asking, like, do you have it? And no one's like, nah, it was this limited edition color. We don't make it anymore. And then eventually they started making it, and he, like, jumped on it. So my boyfriend's a good makeup hunter, apparently. So for this, I just like to put it, like, right along my cheekbone. It's like a soft touch. Because I don't want it to be, like, I'm trying to land a jet on my face. I just wanted, like, a little soft kind of coating. I'm using another cheap brush from Target. It's the contour brush. And I just use it for this because I feel like, I don't know, I have like a lot of control, so I like it. I kind of want to get one of those fan brushes because they're supposed to be good for highlighter, but I don't know, I taught myself how to highlight using this. So I just put a little on the bridge of my nose, right there. Basically you want highlighter everywhere this light would catch it on your face. So I also put it right on my brow bone, so I get like a nice little light in there. 7, brows. Pick a book that you think everyone should read. I'm gonna go with The Poison Princess, which is book 1 of the Arcana Chronicles by Kresley Cole, because I freaking love this series and I have not met anybody else who has read it. And I think, was it book 5? Yeah, I think book 5 just came out recently, and people need to read it. Please read it. If you've read it, comment down below and let's be book nerds about it because I love that series so intensely and I can't find anybody else who's read it. My weird thing, I usually have powders I've accumulated in my brows from doing my makeup. So I get my brows wet because it gets rid of all the powder in them. And then I get this is like an eyeshadow, but I use it for my eyebrows because I like it. It's a buildable color. And it's just the Sephora house brand in roasted chestnuts. And I take in little angle brush for eyeliner, but I use it for my brows. And luckily I grow eyebrows pretty well. So I just kind of use this powder to fill in any gaps I have. And I think this angle brush just gives me good control. And I think the powder kind of like naturally fills in little holes. So I stick with my eyeshadow and angle brush for doing my brows. Now my left brow is harder to do because I have a scar in it. So it takes a bit more finesse because like part of it's missing. So I have to be more delicate. And like figure out where my eyebrow was supposed to be. Because I have more eyebrow on the right than I do on the left. So it's a delicate procedure. Sorry. Then I do this to make sure my eyebrows are even because I don't want them to be like all like derpy. I think I'm on number 7. I'm not sure because I jumped around. For the sake of it, number 7, eyeshadow. Pick a book with your favorite color on the cover. So my favorite color is this like periwinkle bluey purple color, and it is on Beautiful Secret by Christina Lauren. This is my all-time favorite color. So I don't normally wear eyeshadow because I don't have time. I don't have patience for it. So I just got my new palette. This is the Naked Heat by Urban Decay. Although, full disclosure, I did buy this in Santee Alley. So, I mean, it's bootleg AF. I doubt it's actually Urban Decay, but I mean, it's got all the colors. And it was $15, and the real palette is $60, so I'm pretty sure this is totally bootleg. But for the sake of the video, let's do some eyeshadow. For eyeshadow, I also do it backwards. I start with my dark color and work my way to my lighter colors. Most people start with their light colors and work to dark, but I think, I don't know, I work better backwards. I work better starting off with my dark colors. The thing about me in eyeshadow is that like, I learned how to do eyeshadow from drag queens. So I always feel like I'm going to be too dramatic with my eyeshadow, even though I know probably I'm far from dramatic, but which is what I do. So after I lay my base, I like to go in with like a fluffy brush and just kind of blend it out so it looks like soft. Now that I look like I have black eyes, let's get some lighter colors in there. So I've already done my like outside corner, so I just go back in and add in the light parts because I feel like it blends to put light over dark better for eyeshadow, but this might be just a purely me thing because I know everyone else does it the opposite way. So if you're learning how to do makeup from this, like take it with a grain of salt. Then I might be wrong. This is why I don't wear eyeshadow, because I never like how it looks on me. I never can get it like blendy well. So I just usually don't mess around with it, but what I do for my art. Number 8, eyeliner. Pick a dark and mysterious book. I am going with The Darkest Corners by Kara Thomas because it is so twisty and turny and it is so juicy how dark it is. Oh my goodness gracious, you guys. Like, when you think you have it figured out, you realize, oh no, there was another crime I did not see coming. She writes such good like thriller mysteries, so I really like this one. So one thing I am good at in makeup is eyeliner because I've been doing it for quite a long time. For eyeliner, I just use like a CoverGirl Perfect Point Plus in Onyx. I like it because you don't have to sharpen it. Like I was saying, you don't have to sharpen it. It's just like a twisty. So I don't have to worry about ever having a sharpener or any of that doodads. So if you see my videos, something I do with my eyeliner, I always do it just from like the center to the edge because I feel like dogs are knocking on the door. It just gives it like an extra kind of cat eye look. I just don't want to do it all the way to the inside corner. I just like doing it on the edges because I feel like it opens my eyes. And then for my bottom liner, I actually don't put it in my waterline because I feel like it makes my eyes smaller. It doesn't always, if you're going for like a smoky look, I guess it's fine, but I like to do it just underneath my bottom lashes. And kind of the same with my top lid. I just go from the center to the edge. I don't go all the way over. So then I do the same thing I did with my eyebrows, just to make sure they look like even. And then you make any final adjustments you need to do. But I've been doing it for years, so I get it pretty even usually on the first go. Like, they're pretty even right now. I just like twitch around with it because I get like, I don't know. I get anxiety about being perfect with it. Number 9. Or probably it's number 10 actually. I did not keep track of numbers well. Is mascara. Pick a book that's really long. I'm going with The Well of Ascension by Brandon Sanderson because, oh my gosh, it is so long. This little tiny book is 781 pages. It's like, why? Just write 2 books. Like, it's crazy how long it is. They are so long. But it's my friend Charlie's favorite book series, and he got me the whole series because he wanted me to read it. So like, I will read it someday. But like, I looked up the audiobook just for the sake of it, and I think the audiobook is like 28 hours long. Like, I can't. Oh my gosh, look. Sorry, I saw this little bend in there and I straightened it out and the pages are like cut funny. Sorry, that's just a weird thing I just found, but I thought it was cool. So for mascara, I am a fan of this and I will tell everybody forever they should use it. And this is Urban Decay Perversion. It is the blackest mascara I have ever found, and the blacker the better. And this one just like makes them dark. And it doesn't really add a lot of length, which I like because I don't want to like cause a breeze. I just want them to be like, you know, defined. And I feel like this one does that. Here is a top secret beauty trick that only I've ever found myself to do. I take one of those like sample mascara wands and I kind of dry brush my mascara after I just put some on because I feel like it brushes out any clumps that were there and it like separates all of your eyelashes so it doesn't look like you're all like clumpy. So yeah, I just dry brush them afterward because I feel like it just makes them perfect. Like now I'm like just styling them. And for the sake of the video, I'm gonna be extra fancy, so I'm putting on a second coat. Since there's only one question left, it's number 11, so I guess everything else I was off on numbers, but whatever. Number 11. Lipstick. Pick your favorite book kiss. Oh my goodness, Sydney and Adrian in The Golden Lily by Rochelle Mead. I was shipping them so hard, and at the very end of this, sorry, spoilers, at the end of it, they have their first kiss, and it is like, I had been waiting so long that when it happened, it was just like, ah, yes! Like, I was so excited, so definitely one of my favorites. I'm gonna go with more fancy makeup. This is Tarte Lip Paint in Cheerleader, and I also got it at Santee Alley. So, okay, if you're not from LA, Santee Alley is like a literal alley in downtown LA, and it's full of light criminal activity. Like, everything they sell there is completely bootleg, and they get away with it. I don't know why, like, the cops never break it up, but everything's bootleg. Like, you know, these are like $20 and I got it for $4. So it might be totally bootleg, but like you can't tell. So it feels like and it smells like the real stuff. So I'm gonna say it's the real stuff. I really like lip paint as opposed to lipstick because nothing takes this off. Like you could like, I could go find Greg, my boyfriend, and make out with him for like 10 minutes and my lipstick is not gonna move an inch. And stuff is like, it's like paint. All right, so there you have it. I am camera ready. My hair isn't because I spent like all of today walking around in the wind, so it's quite the mop at the moment. So that's usually just when I grab some bobby pins and put half of it up. But whatever. So yeah, it's actually, I think it came out good. I think it came out good. I like it. The eyeshadow doesn't look as crazy now that I have like eyeliner on. So yeah, that's how I do my makeup. Woo! Let me know in the comments down below. If you have any different answers to these questions, let me know down below. If you like this video, make sure you give it a like. And if you'd like to see more videos, make sure you subscribe. And I'll see you guys soon. Bye!